Hello guys, welcome back to another video. We're doing a regional recap. As you can tell by the title and thumbnail, we did win this regional. So I'm going to be speaking a little bit about what went well for us and what went wrong, because it wasn't an easy regional, wasn't, all kind of all smooth. There were a few bumps in the ride. So we'll see how it goes on in a second. Now, I've got some gameplay of us against G2 in the grand final here. I'm going to show you one game we won, and then a game we lost, I think, and then I'll show you the last game that we won at the end. So let's get straight into it. Now, guys, if you don't know how RSCS works, that's completely fine. We have 3 online qualifiers, and if you do well enough in those qualifiers, the top 4 teams of North America go to the LAN after those 3 qualifiers, which is going to be in London, an in-person event in London. 16 best teams in the world, and we'll compete against each other for the major. That's called a major. So let's get straight into this. This tournament, it starts off with a Swiss stage where you have to win 3 series. If you lose 3 series, you're out. If you win 3 series, you're through to a single elimination top 8 playoff bracket. And then, of course, if you win your quarterfinals and your semifinals and the finals, then you win the tournament. And these games are against G2. Like I said, and yeah, these are the final games. Let's hop straight into it. Okay, first round we play against Cheers. Okay, playing against Cam, Sosa, and Kofa. A lot of you would have seen Kofa on the channel recently. I made a video about him. Very, very talented young player. And so yeah, we couldn't underestimate these guys. We definitely favored to beat them, and in a sweep we should beat them. And it was 3-1. Okay, so not the end of the world dropping a game. It's not not a terrible thing. Not the cleanest of series from us, but again, you drop a game here and there, it's really not that bad as long as you get the win. But yeah, 3-1 in first game. We beat them fairly handily, and then the second game we lose in overtime, so it's 1-1. I tell you, this series, it was a frustrating series. The ball just kept going on the goal line. Sometimes when you play lower level teams, these guys are good, but they are like lower than us, of course. You do get a little bit, you're just trying to score. You're just trying to score, get the ball in, get the series over. They can have series where they defend really well or make tons of saves, and it seems annoying, but it is your fault at the end of the day because you're not taking time on the shots or the attacks. You're just trying to take loads of shots, get the ball in, and move on, kind of thing. That's what happened here. Game 2, we lost in overtime off the ball just dribbling on the goal line like 3 separate times, concede on the counter-attack. The following game at 1-1, another overtime, 5-minute overtime. We had about 4.5 minutes of pressure. The ball bobbling on the goal line every single time. We just keep trying to force it in instead of, taking controlled attacks. And again, we get that win, luckily, but you'll see the comms video on the Gen G channel soon. And if they keep, much comes in from that series, it's a frustrating one for sure. But then the last game we close it out and we get the 3-1 win, and that puts us into the round 2 of Swiss with a 1-0 record. Okay, and we get a little fortunate now. It's not terribly, not awfully fortunate, but we come up against Moist, who we don't struggle with. Okay, Moist are a good team, but it's not too difficult of a matchup for us personally. And we 3-0'd them. I'm not going to speak about that series. It was a simple series from our point of view. Nothing to take away from that team. We just kind of beat them. Simple as that, right? And 3-0, we move on to round 3, where we're probably going to come up against, we think, G2, maybe M80. A fairly tough team. Someone we'll have to, play well against. Try against. Not in that sense, but play a bit better against and get the win to move on to day 2. We get really fortunate in our eyes. We come up against Snowmen. We've played Snowmen before. I think we 3-0'd them, or maybe 3-1. I can't remember, but I can't remember. But that's the point, right? They're a good team, but it's a series you should win, right? We've done it in the past. Should do it again. And yeah, we lose 3-2. These guys came out the gate swinging. I mean, we won the first game 3-0, and then they started playing so confidently. They won 3-0, 3-1, and then we brought it to game 5 and lost in game 5. Similar thing to the first series, and that's kind of the theme. We're just trying to score too quickly, simple as that. You start panicking, losing to a team you shouldn't be losing to in your eyes. And you know, you do just try and force the ball in. Doesn't work, right? Clear as day. You know, we got punished for it. Lots of offense, but you know what does offense mean unless the ball's in the net? It doesn't mean anything. So we lose that series 3-2. You know, a bit of a frustrating one because in our eyes, before the series starts, you know, okay, we're 2-0. We play Snowman. This is, you know, a 3-0 kind of day. We should be going 3-0 here. Moving on to day 2, we can, you know, we've got loads of time before we have to sleep. Nice chill out day for the rest of the day, and you can prepare for day 2. But you have to go to round 4 after losing that series, and it's not good, right? We face off against OG next, who historically we haven't really, you know, had any issues with, but not in this match. Now, in this match, again, we lose in game number 5. So a little bit frustrating. 2 game 5 losses. We start off the series really poor, clearly a little bit tilted maybe from the last series, you know, series where we feel like we should be, you know, winning and not playing up to our form. It's a bit annoying, and, you know, have to play another series. Simple as that. We start off the series really poor. We lose first game 3-0. Second game, we lost in overtime 2-1. And, you know, 2-0 down in the series. What's gone wrong? What's happening? And we try and just focus up, right? We can still reverse sweep this. That's our mentality. And we do. We bring it back. You know, 2-2, win the next 2 games. And game 5, you know, I think we concede first, or maybe even twice in a row. I can't remember. But again, it's just the same theme. You lose in a series, or you're starting to lose a series. And, you know, the last game where you feel like you shouldn't be losing, you know, on paper, and you get a little bit, let's get the ball in. Let's get the ball in. Same thing every time kind of thing. You know, in most upsets. I was so annoyed at this moment, by the way, in this series. I 12 boost, slap the ball up to make it awkward because obviously I, you know, have low boost, find time for my team. If I just stick around here, I just get a goal because Atomic had like a terrible touch down. But I obviously didn't expect it. I could have gone up. We could have gone up in this game if I just stayed around, but I should have, in hindsight, I guess. Stick around for the play because 12 boosts, you're not really forcing too much. Yeah, just stick around. I was very annoyed at that moment, but here's what it is. Anyway, in this OG game 5, yeah, we do end up losing it. Again, just trying to force that ball in, not taking composed attacks, not taking, you know, control of the situation. And it's a shame. You know, we go on to round 5. You know, we not been in this situation before in regionals. We went to round 5 at the Copenhagen Major Swiss stage, but you know, not in a regional, and we come up against Luminosity. We thought we might have to play against M80. We got Luminosity, you know, the 3rd seed of the region. So it's a tough match. You know, second seed against 3rd seed, and luckily we had a good talk before the series. Everyone told each other what they wanted from one another, and we played a lot better. And we 3-0'd them. You know, there's nothing to speak about that much, too much. We played pretty well. They played very, very nervously, I thought. And, you know, we capitalized on that, and we won the series 3-0. You know, a bit of a sigh of relief. And we go on to day 2. Because day 2, once you make it past day 1, I mean, it's always copium to say this, but I say it every time. It's like, I even say if we go 3-0, it's like, you have confidence from going 3-0. You lose a little bit of confidence from going 3-2. But in the end, doesn't really matter. You move on to day 2, really in the same spot as everyone else. Everyone's got the same amount of lives from there on. So that's kind of the mentality going on into day 2. And it turns out we got blessed. We actually got a really, really easy bracket in you know, compared to what we could have had. We got on the easier side of the bracket. We play against Shopify, who we have no struggles against usually. And in the quarterfinal match, it wasn't anything different. We 4-0'd them. I think they played poorly in that series. I think they can play a lot better than that. So, you know, we kind of just kind of took care of business in that match and moved on. But yeah, I was sad. Well, I didn't really care, obviously. I'm not going to lie. But like, it was sad to see they didn't play up to their potential or level for sure in that match. But we did well enough, and we 4-0'd them, and we move on to the semifinals where we have a rematch against Snowman. Okay. We've got to win this. Simple as that. Right? We can't let, like, you know, these very young players, which I'll speak about them later on in a few minutes. Very young players. I think they're like 14, 15, and 16, something like that. They're new kind of in these tournaments at a high level. We can't let them beat us twice in a row. Can't let them get to the grand finals in, you know, their first really, really good showing. It's, you know, not going to happen. You know, we can't we can't let it happen. We lose the first 2 games, right? And you know, it wasn't good level from us. We were just clearing balls. We were giving away possession. We were playing unconfident. You know, not giving them too much respect almost, and letting them, you know, out mechanic, which, you know, they've got insane mechanics. So don't want to do that at all. And yeah, we have to call a timeout. Now we have a new coach for this regional. We obviously used to work with Alu as a coach, and we brought in Chrome instead. Shout out to Alu. There's nothing, you know, no hard feelings, sorry, between any of us. It was kind of the best decision for everyone, and there'll be more information about how what he's doing later on in a few days probably. But yeah, we brought in Chrome. Chrome's really, really good to work with, and he's more analytical than most coaches, and it helps us a lot. Timeout, 2-0 down. We make a few changes. We 4-2 them. It was pretty, you know, simple. Not simple from there on, but a lot more comfortable, I'll say. And that team's fantastic. You know, Snowmen with the top 4 in the first regional of the split is very impressive. They've set themselves up really well for to make London, and yeah, it's really impressive from such young players, inexperienced players, and to get this result, they should be. I'm sure they are happy, and they have a ton of potential. You know, they can go as you know, as far as anyone really at this point now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how they do in the future. I think they'll, regardless of whether they stay with each other for a long time, I think that they're gonna be very, very top level players, all 3 of them, to be honest with you. Anyway, we move on to the grand finals against G2, and that's what everyone is here for, I think, for this video. You know, that's the rivalry of the season for us, at least. G2 are our main rivals. You know, I think they will be all season long. I hope they are all season long. I don't think, you know, it'll be nice. You know, with your rivals, you always want them to lose. Simple as that. But I think it's nice if we both keep pushing each other, because these games are really close. Simple as that. The teams are really close level. You know, I know there's a lot of conversation on who's better. You ask anyone from my team, we'll say we're better. Anyone from their team, they'll say they're better. I think it's a fair argument for both. I don't really have any opinions on that. I just have confidence when I play these guys. Simple as that. But yeah, the matches are great. You know, the matches are always super close, and same with this one. You know, we win the first game fairly comfortably, 3-0. Second game, we lose, I think, quite badly. And then third and fourth game we take. Okay, so big games in those third and fourth games, very important ones, especially that fourth one going to overtime. We're defending for a while in that game. We kind of stole it from them, and we, I think Dan missed quite an easy shot, and we take the take the lead in the series 3-1. And then we kind of just crumble a little bit. You know, you see the finish line. Usually it can happen quite easily. See the finish line, and we lose next game 5-0. You know, what went wrong kind of thing. Can't remember if we took a timeout then. I think we might have took a timeout. And going into this game, we played a lot better. You know, we had chances, and this is the main chance. I take really nice play. Really good controlled first touch. Take 2 players out, double commit. Both of them kind of thought each other was going to wait, I guess, and try and force it for one another. Take them both out, and I just missed that double tap. I could have scored it for sure. 20 boost here. If I just carry on boosting upwards rather than tilt to the side and boost, I'm pretty sure I would have scored that. Chronic comes in and tries to take the shot. He slowed down a little bit because he probably just thought that I was going to score, and then he had to react suddenly to stop. And Beast Mode comes in with a really nice save, to be fair, as well. So yeah, that was very annoying. That was very annoying because I really could have and probably should have scored that, and I was disappointed because it would have been a nice finish to the game, and then or to the series even, to win 4-2, and then straight on from there. It's well, not straight on. A few seconds later, a couple of attacks later, you know, we get caught out on the other end here, and it's a shame we ended up losing this game right here. I think I could have gone for that ball, but first called onto it. I probably just should have jumped there, to be honest. But then we lose the game. That was frustrating, you know. You'll see in the comms, it's very frustrating. But you have to regain for game number 7. Let's get on to it. Game 7. And yeah, you got to kind of shake it off, like you said, right? I should have scored. Would have been a really, really nice goal to finish the series, to win the tournament, win the regional. But it is what it is, right? And, you know, Champions Field, it's just 5 minutes. If you play well, you'll remember, you know, you'll get another win to your name for a regional. If you don't, it's just 5 minutes of playing bad, and you'll regret it for a while. So, bit you know, a bit tense in this situation, as you can tell. We both go up for this ball, and we double committed a little bit there. Beast mode, pre-jumps, Atomic's pass, very impressive stuff. I think that's a really nice pre-jump. It's obviously obvious where the pass is going off the corner, but it's still like high confidence to do this stuff. I respect it a lot, and we get a double save, a team save here. I get the touch into the oh my god, into the post, and because I get that touch, that means First Killing can get this touch. So funny, dude. It was an insane save, like because this ball, like, First wasn't gonna reach it if I didn't touch it, and my save wasn't, like, you know, First isn't reaching that, you know, simple as that, if we don't touch it. And then if First doesn't touch it, the ball's in, right? If I slow this down, he already hit it at that point. Let me see if I can go back even more. I mean, the ball is black, right? On you know, if we're looking at, you know, the ball, you have to look at, sorry, I don't know why my sensitivity is so high, but you have to look at the circle. I mean, that is how much the ball didn't go in by there. That's pretty insane. So a pretty incredible save there that keeps us at 0-0. But it doesn't really matter too much, regardless, because I don't know when it is, but in a second we'll concede at some point here. And yeah, that save, very, very fortunate, simple as that. But of course, good positioning from us, and simply good reactions at times as well. So a little bit both. I should have synced this shot. My shooting wasn't great at this tournament, but luckily it didn't need to be, I guess. But yeah, I should have absolutely drilled that shot in. And we're just kind of holding pressure here. So I guess we didn't concede as quickly as I thought off of that double save. I thought we conceded straight after, but yeah, so a pretty crucial save, honestly. I mean, usually it doesn't, you know, it doesn't translate like that. If you make a save and it should have been in, for example, and then you if it was in, you'd concede, and then you concede as many times as you would if it didn't go in, like we're about to concede here. Like, we conceded 2 goals in this game, start off, 1 here, and then the next in a second. And it would be 2-0. If we didn't get that save, it would be 3-0. That's what a lot of people think. Sometimes it doesn't really work like that. The play would change up. You know, a kickoff would happen, and you know, who knows what happens then. Maybe we lose 10-0 from there. Maybe that's the only goal we concede if that one went in. You know, you never know. But we'll take that save any day of the week. Unfortunately, we do concede on the other end, and we started this game off poorly. Simple as that. I'm not playing well at the start of this game. I play well towards the end. You know, I don't think any of us. I mean, you know, none of us are playing well at the start of this. We're like second guessing ourselves as you look here. Like, Dan should have scored this open net, and simple as that. You know, we would have been 2-0 down. But yeah, we're just kind of giving away possession, not firing on all cylinders mechanically, as you can see there. Poor mistouch off the reset. Could have had a better play there, and yeah, it's a little bit shaky going into the last game of the regional. Of course it is. You know, game 7, you're always going to be a little bit shaky at the start, kind of feeling it out. But things like this, and I can't really explain it, but there'll be series that pro players have and games that pros have that you just blink and it's over almost. And this is starting to feel like one of those games, you know, where you're looking at the score, you're looking at the time left, and it's already 2:30 on the clock, and you've not really had too great of a look at the opponent's net, or you're not firing mechanically. You're giving the ball away like that there, and you know, you're making these forced touches, and then we're missing the ball on the read here. Like, we're just all like panicking a little bit in this last game, and yeah, of course it's game 7. You've got an excuse at least, but not what we want, not what we want. And team isn't feeling too good, but we hype ourselves up, I think. You know, and we get a demo into. I chase another demo, make them awkward at least, and Chronic gets a really nice 50. Dan pushes up, he beats the last guy, and I force it in. So it's a really good play by Chronic to kind of come back from the mistake, which is always good. You always want to be hyping, you know, your teammates up and stuff if they make a mistake and then make a really good play. You know, it's always important. And from here on, we start to get pressure. You know, we start to outspeed opponents. We start to take our 50s better, recover better, you know, taking time, looking for more bumps. You can see, like, just firing better, simple as that, which is very important. And it started to feel pretty good. You know, we, as you see, you know, we're starting to make them panic. If we look at first kill's point of view, we force a 50, triple commit, everyone goes, first kill blocks them. Honestly, if you just stayed on that ball, I think we score here. But I think Chronic probably just called onto it. He thought he could have made a play, and he almost did. I mean, the ball was just bobbling on the goal line. I should have left that ball first, but the most important thing in these situations is to, the one thing, you know, we were learning throughout this tournament is to, like, make sure we're simply just not rushing our chances. Simple as that, because that's what everyone does in these high pressure situations. And luckily we don't. You know, we don't rush our chances in the rest of this game. We don't start to panic when we're on offense and the ball's like bobbling on the goal line. We're not just trying to, you know, keep the ball in at no matter cost. We're still playing smart as, you know, last man and second man and stuff like that. So last minute of the game, we do need a goal still, but it felt good. It didn't feel like we're, you know, panicking for it. It didn't feel like we're rushing for it, like I'm talking about. And first starts chasing the demo. Could have been a good chance to get a play from that 50, but I take a poor 50 to the side and we lose possession from it. We 50 it back. Should have possession here, and I think, yeah, here we go. Because we have possession, I start to look for a demo. If first simply gets it past that first guy, beast mode in this position, then we should score, right? Because we demo the second man. That means there's going to be a gap, a massive gap from the third and the guy on the ball, and we're going to have two people attack him. Atomic makes an insane save, I'll be honest with you, on this really nice tight angle double tap from first killer. Really insane save, but it doesn't matter. Chronic's there for the finish. Good composure. It's not easy. I mean, yeah, we joke about this. He hit that. He got like 2 touches on the follow through there, really making sure that was in. But as long as the ball crosses the line and you hear a goal explosion, that's really all that matters. 30 seconds left, and we're 2-2. Nice save by Chronic after we forced the ball over, and he's sticking a foot in, and we're covering the backboard. And it's a little bit dicey here, right? I should have waited for that ball to come to me rather than taking a 50. First got beat, we get beat, but as soon as we get beat in this position, it's actually fine. Okay, so as long as that ball goes wide, completely fine. We're gonna have a free ball, we get the boost as well, and Chronic can get a 50 or 2. First takes that ball, I wanted it as well, but he got it, and that's fine. And we almost make a play, and Chronic just simply keeps it in at the last 5 seconds. We're still trying to look for a goal. You know, we've got some pressure here. First takes a clear out. Chronic tries to get onto it. And overtime, game 7 overtime. Winner, you know, 1 goal is all it takes, and we win the regional. You guys already know we're the ones that score, of course. But the main goal for this overtime is to not play passively. It's so easy to just turtle up in net and get scared when you're, you know, when you're in a game 7 overtime. Simple as that. That's the most important thing not to do. Should have scored here. First should have got this demo. I remember like looking back at this or looking at this in the moment, and honestly, he hits him. Okay, simple as that. He hits him, but it doesn't register. Look at that. I mean, there's sparks. The car doesn't move. Simple as that. I couldn't believe it when I was on this board, and like, you know, I got it past the first guy here, and I know that my last guy, my first guy, sorry, first killer over there is bumping beast mode, and I know that the player's out to play. It's a 1v1. If we get the demo, it's a goal, we win. Right? I knew that. He hits it. He literally hits him. Simple as that. But on his, it doesn't really register. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't even know how. But yeah, we don't score there. Frustrating, but obviously you're not really thinking about it too much in the moment. And yeah, as you can see, we're playing aggressive. We're trying to get in their face. First killer's going for a bunch of bumps in this game 7 overtime, and I push up for bumps because the team that's going to be more aggressive, I mean, you might lose from it, might lose from a counter attack, but you're not really, you might regret it a little bit, but you'll regret it more if you just stop going for balls and, you know, everyone plays defensive and you're just going to lose. You know, you've lost the game at that point. They've not even won it. You're just going to lose at that point, you know. We take a really nice shot from the corner. I don't even know how, obviously, it's not an insane save by Beast Mode, but it's a very, very good save, especially in the pressure, you know, having the confidence to do something like this and get the momentum going back into the save is very, very important. So, yeah, it's well played. And then G2 start panicking. I mean, they were panicking this whole overtime. Start double committing. Daniel rushes the touch. We start chasing the bump, and everyone's a little bit shaky at this point. The balls aren't going. The touches aren't going the way everyone wants to. We'd normally try and control this ball. We just tap it, and then Atomic and Dan start pre-jump or like start double committing. Dan gets a really nice beat on Chronic, and then another double commit. And this is what we capitalize on. Just another double commit. First leaves that ball, pass over to Chronic, pass back to me, and score the open net. So yeah, a couple double commits from G2 in the last overtime. We were just the more composed team in this 1 minute of gameplay, and that's really what it comes down to. Simple as that. It's a shame the game didn't end in game 6. Like I said, fans from both teams, I respect everyone. It's on either side of this kind of rivalry. It's like fans from our team will tell you we should have finished it in game 6. Fans from G2's team will tell you that they shouldn't have double committed so much in game 7. It's like, fair enough. At that point, what is really the case is that the game was very close. We came out on top in this one, and it can all change in the next one. We're 4-0 in the last 4 series against these guys, but I don't want to take anything away from them. They're close games, and we've just got to keep up that consistency and that preparation, the solid level of play, and we'll be fine against anyone. Simple as that. 2 regionals in a row for us guys. And we're looking to get 3 regionals in a row next weekend, because obviously we did win previous one to this one last split, so it kind of carries over. But we want to get as many as possible. One isn't enough. Simple as that, right? And yeah, we'll carry on giving that all. You guys, I appreciate your support. We all do. The team does. And let me know if you have any comments, anything you want to know about this regional in particular. I'll see if I can answer a couple questions in the comments. Or if you want to hear about anything in particular for future tournament reviews, I can include some stuff or not include some stuff. Let me know. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. Regional number 4 recap, and coming out with a win for this one. We'll see what happens in the next one though. That's happening in, I think, 9 days time, so not lots. Well, hopefully we make it. I mean, we still have to get through quals, of course, in 2 days time at the time of recording this, and we'll see. Not a lot of preparation time as a pro right now, with competing every week almost. You have a day off and then you compete in like 3 days again. It's a lot of work, but obviously, it's not. I'm not going to pretend like it's the hardest job in the world. We're very lucky to do what we do, and yeah, I appreciate you guys for all the support whilst I'm doing this. So, guys, that is going to be it for this video. I'll see you for the next one, and yeah, take care.